Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul channel, and if you've never watched this channel before, then please do check out my first video, because on there I explain what M.L.M for the Soul actually is, and M.L.M does stand for something, and it's not the traditional M.L.M that most people are used to hearing about. It actually has more spiritual connotations. And before I begin and let you know the topic for today, I want to say that may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And some people I'd like to thank who have also been inspirational for me on my journey. They are Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Yuval Ovadia, Alon Anava, and Rav Daniel Asore, and I will have links below this video, so definitely check that out to find more about what they're sharing with you. That will help you as well. And when you do go below, sometimes you don't see everything that's on there, so you got to open up the page to see more information so that you can see all that. So the topic for today is called Free Room and Board. Now I got this based on the Parasha from this previous week, Parashat Pinchas, and from this book that I really enjoy reading every week. Every Shabbat I read this, and I've shared this information from this book before with you. It's called Lilmod U'Li'Lamed, if you can see that there. This book is not that new, I should say. It's quite old. Let's see, it was originally copyrighted in 1978. And I will have a link below. I don't know whether this book is still available, but it has insights on the Parsha, and I read it every week. I've been reading it for years. It actually belonged to my grandmother, Babi Charna. She should rest in peace. It was given to her by her sister, who just recently passed away, my Auntie Isabel. And in actually 1984, it went out in 2014. So that's 30 years ago. Not to date this book. So anyway, I'm going to read to you from here because it's very applicable to what we're going to discuss. So this here is talking about Pinchas' reward. Now if you're familiar, Pinchas was actually rewarded for what he did, was that he killed these two people that were doing an abominable act, disgracing the name of Hashem, and he went and took it upon himself to kill them both. So it talks about here that the Parsha that places emphasis on the fact that he was rewarded for his meritorious deeds. So why was this praise? So they bring a parable here of a young man who was hired to work as an apprentice. Just to make a long story short, and in exchange for his work, he received free room and board, and he had their meal with the merchant, and someone knocked on the door for a business deal, and the merchant didn't want to deal with him, so this young man said that he would take care of it, and he went off and did it, and as a result, the merchant was able to get a large profit. So the next day, the merchant asked to see the apprentice, and he was very happy with him, and he wanted to know how he could reward him. He said, you don't have to give me, so the apprentice says, you don't have to give me a special reward. After all, our agreement was that I receive free room and board for all my services, no matter how helpful they might be. Now the merchant replied, I know, and until now I felt that the good job you were doing was because you wanted to earn your keep. But yesterday, though, I saw that you were willing to give up your dinner and your sleep just to help me out. Such selfless devotion deserves a reward beyond the terms of our original agreement. I am therefore willing to add a special gift to the free room and board I already give you. So that's how this free room and board title came about. So we go back to the case with Pinchas. So every man who performs the basic, quote, basic mitzvot receives from Hashem the basic free room and board, which includes good health, a home, and livelihood. However, those like Pinchas who reveal that they are willing to go beyond the call of duty in serving Hashem by risking their lives to uphold the law deserve a heavenly reward beyond the normal bounds. And Pinchas did eventually get that reward, was that he had a permanent heritage for his descendants of the priests of the Kohanim. So, and that reward has lasted till today. It is such a reward rewards that the individual Jew must aspire by exhibiting his faith in Hashem through extraordinary duties. So there's the point. The point is, Hashem gives us, our daily needs all the time. We're never lacking in that, no matter what. We have it. You think about all the years that you're alive. How many X number of years? Like, have you ever really not had food to eat, a place to live, a bed? You made some money. So maybe you're not the wealthiest person, but basically you had your basic needs met. So that's basically the free room and board that you're given in this world. But the idea is we should all strive to go beyond just the basics. Meaning we do what Hashem wills us, but to go above and beyond the call of duty. Like, okay, I'm not required to do X, whatever X may be. Let's say, of course we're supposed to do the mitzvot, but, good deeds. But the idea is you do something extra, to take it upon yourself. That, okay, I'm going to do something more for people. Like, okay, I don't have to, go and give these people rides to take them where they need to go. But I know that it's something extra I want to do. And the idea is to not do it just because you're getting reward. Like Pinchas did it because he really wanted to honor Hashem, to do a Kiddush Hashem. He wanted to do it for the fact that it was the right thing to do. He didn't do it because Hashem was going to give him a reward. The idea is we need to do things to understand that the good of doing it is a reward in and of itself. So, free room and board, like, hey, everyone wants, you do like a trade. Like, hey, Hashem, I'll trade with you, right? I'm doing the mitzvahs and you're giving me free room and board. Okay, that's fine. But the idea is we shouldn't think of it that way. We should think of it that we're doing things l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven. We don't do it because we're expecting something in return. Of course, in the end, Hashem will grant us our reward that we deserve for following His ways, for doing what He expects of us. We know that. That's a given. That's not something that we question, because that's what Hashem says in the Torah. If you do what I tell you, then you will be rewarded. You can choose the good and you'll have life. And if you don't, then there's consequences. So yes, Hashem basically spells it out pretty clearly in the Torah, like what He expects of us, and explains that to us as well. So, but here we just see that Pinchas took it upon himself where no one else would do that, when he saw this horrible act that was taking place, that was a disgrace to Hashem, and it was being done in front of everyone. He just kind of took it upon himself. In this day and age, we it's not something that most people will do, or can do actually, because we don't really know. So the thing is that there's other things we can do. Whereas some people say, oh, I don't have time for this, let someone else help so-and-so. For example, let's take the example of, you yourself are doing what Hashem wants you to do, everything is good, and then you walk down the street, and lo and behold, you see someone, and they're Jewish, maybe they're not doing everything exactly correctly, and you say, I can't be bothered, let someone else help them. Instead of going over to them and trying to bring them closer to Hashem, offer them something, like offer a CD, like Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, who I promote all the time, and his site is just wonderful, and he gives out CDs in all his lectures, and you could purchase a CD for $1, or you can, give him money through his site to give out CDs, and that's the greatest way to get endless rewards for creating new people who are Baal Teshuvas, who return and do the right thing and follow the Torah. But, instead of you turning your back, you see this person walking down the street, go over to them, try to bring them around, give them a CD, or show them the information, or come have them listen to it with you. Try to figure out a way to encourage them to do it, or send emails. I do that, and of course it is sometimes frustrating, and more than sometimes, a lot of times it's frustrating when you try to help the people you really care about, and they're not wanting to do it. They're not wanting to take that, I guess, leap. You know, people are in their comfort zone, and they're also fearful that, you know, oh my goodness, is this something I want to do? And what's going to happen once I do this? I'm going to have to change. So a lot of people are like, you know, not, or they're like, don't have time. There's always an excuse. So the idea is, don't make excuses. Do more than Hashem wants you. Try to help other people. Don't just go for the free room and board, because it should be beyond that. It should be the next level. So I just want to say in closing that I hope and pray that we all can do more than Hashem wants us to. By doing this, we all bring everyone closer to Hashem, and we merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days, and the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash. Thanks for watching.